Hello, my name is Mark. I'm not that late, but let's talk about this Drake situation, especially with UMG finally kind of giving a response to his kind of lawsuit and his just what is it, the paper, some shit like that. I don't know. It's just basic defamation lawsuit. So this is from Rolling Stone, right by Nancy Dillon. Yeah, Dylan, sorry, not Dylan. Drake's label blasts him, seeks dismissal of Not Like Us, defamation lawsuit. Drake's unjustified claim against UMG are no more than his attempt to save face for his unsuccessful rap battle with Lamar. UMG says. Now, Drake's label, UMG, is blasting the rapper as a bitter loser who wants his rap battle one-sided. Damn, my man just dropped boom, a bar. In a new motion to dismiss Drake's defamation lawsuit against his own label, UFG says the Canadian-born rapper Levite, his own vitriolic and incendiary diss track against Nemesis Kendrick Lamar before Lamar released his hyperbolic reply, "Not Like Us," but a man's shared label. In his Grammy-winning song, Lamar calls Drake and his friend certified PDF file, who should be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. Here, this says Drake cheered the rivalry at least until the public declared Lamar the clear winner. Now let's talk about it. Talk about Drake lawsuit about things about payola and then bots and stuff. Now I want to give credit where credit is due. That Drake is one of the best rapper in 2010 until the early 2020. During that time, I think Drake is already a biggest artist in the world. That's a performance of a lifetime. As a guy who born in 2000, I saw Drake, and I know Drake. I knew Drake back in 2015 or something like that, if I remember correctly, or during the 2010-ish era. I knew Drake. Drake was special. Drake was a meme. His everything surrounding it was amazing. If you remember his 5 days, a lot of people use his song, especially from his mixtape. If you're reading, it's too late, and then stuff from Hot Views, or maybe the past like Take Care, and then Nothing Was the Same. This man was just popular, but I want to give a but during that time, whether he already received that cash check of like $400 million or less than that, if I don't know how his contract works. But if you think that UMG did a bad thing with the bots, especially I think there's all there's Spotify, there's Apple Music, and then stuff there going on. Especially going back to that payola and then buying bots, especially with streams like that. If you do that before anything else, back in your prime era, I'm calling that 2011 to 2015, 16 is one of the best era for Drake. Someone, whether in your group or other group, said that someone doing payola, I would gladly applaud Drake for that transparency and then his willingness to fight this kind of behavior to make sure that every artist, whether they are independent or just signing to big contract, gets like this. Like, don't do payola. Rise, use rise with your peers and then your co-workers and everything, whether your feature too. Especially, yeah, friends. I'm going to call friends in industry. When Drake lose the battle or win the battle, I'm the lose part. I'm going to talk about it after this. But the winning battle against Meek Mill, this is something you need to know. That Meek Mill lose the battle. He got he got shoved. He got kicked in the ass pretty hard by Drake, and Meek Mill keep grinding, keep grinding. Whether he got trolled or not, he keep grinding. He made music to this day. He even though and then we kind of forget what happened, but someone remember that yeah, Meek Mill lose the battle. But after that, 2018, first is Pusha T. If you remember again, Drake lose the battle. Did Drake whine? No, he did an interview, but it's not whining. But I don't know his reason. It's just it's not like him. This is like a public interview that you can watch. It's not like him to respond to this kind of beef. It's stuff that you talk about Kanye. Probably send this info to Pusha T, and then Pusha T did one of the best diss track of all time with that Jay Z beautiful beat that I really love and like uh, from that album 444. Did Drake do something? Yes, he moved on. He made an album. It was successful. To be honest, I don't like the album, but in the end, the album was successful, winning Rap Album of the Year. That's Grammy 2019, if I remember correctly, and then that's it. He didn't file any lawsuit. Pusha didn't file any lawsuit, or just Meek Mill during that Meek Mill beef. He didn't file a lawsuit. Meek Mill have him in the album on championship, if I remember back in 2000. I think in 2019-18, he put him the reconcile. That's amazing, right? Now the Kendrick Lamar beef. Why now is Drake doing this, filing lawsuit? To be honest, if you look at the beef that he started and then whether he wanna lose, the losing part he don't care, and not the winning part he didn't care. Especially against Pusha, he could file a lawsuit because kind of he could because he naming his son and then his teammates or just his brethren over here 40 talking about 666. He can, but he didn't because what? Pusha is not on the same level. He didn't care that much. He moved on. But now Kendrick, the part one now. I think Kendrick either Drake knows or he didn't care or I don't know. Drake knows or knew that Kendrick is on the same level, not as popular, but the same level of playing field with Kendrick with Drake. Kendrick is the same level with Drake. Now we finally put that lawsuit. I think it's to me it's just kind of a bitch move. Whether you just feel like, hey, Kendrick initiated first with Control, but Kendrick just won competition. Competition breeds new, not just new era, but new opportunity and new bring the best out of person. Kendrick just challenged Drake. After all the name that he mentioned, only Drake that feel like it's not good. Only Drake after the Control Force. You can say that initiated first is Kendrick. Yes, Kendrick just won competition. If Drake just took it to the chin and then keep rapping like he's the best rapper, none of this would happen. None of this would happen. Drake could be one of the greatest superstars, beating Kendrick Lamar at everything. He didn't maybe he could not he didn't release any of his album. He took time and then insert himself to the album, make sure that the album come out great. But he did. He kept pushing. He kept pushing. Being consistent. But in the end, he win his quality control. But to the whole thing, again, I'm gonna give you this TLDR. I don't care. Now, with this lawsuit, Drake, you look like a loser. You've been sneak dissing these people for a while. Kendrick did the same thing, but especially the 2015 on T-Pap but Ghost Rider, that's a public thing. He did it, but Kendrick, initiate the battle, especially when you hop on with J. Cole, first person shooter. You push the narrative. You're the best of all time. Both of you, J. Cole and Drake. You're the best. Both. You both are the best in the world. Goats, truly goats. Especially J. Cole said he's Muhammad Ali, UNO, Amar UNO, Uno number one. Can they feel some type of way? It's a it's if whether it's a beef or not. He just even though you're shouting him out, can they can feel some type of way. This you remember, Kendick just want to compete, and he said that hey, don't go too far. If you go too far, I will go too far too. And then he Drake especially dropped one of his best diss track. I love the diss track. After push up is a good diss track, and then this Family Matters is a good diss track, still a good diss track. He mentioned his kid is his son's friend. His is yeah son's friend. That kid is not his, but it's his son's friend. They freeze kid, and then you mentioned that uh, Whitney got Kung Fu Kenny, got Kung Fu, and then Kendrick respond with me at the grams, talking about stuff. But don't forget, you initiated about things on Taylor Made, about things about locking young girls. That's you, Drake. That's on you. So now, Not Like Us was out, it was most streamed and won 5 Grammy. And now this feels like to me this like a bitch move, right? You could just move on, man. I really do. Feel like you could just take this break after you lose because when you lose, you move on against Pusha T. That's one of the hardest distracts. You could just take a chin and then move on. Take that as a momentum for you and then as a lesson to make sure you could take time, be more mature, and then just go at it again in your time. Whether Pusha released it back in 2000, you can release your diss track again in any time, or just Pusha did it and then you prepare. But now you're not preparing anything, right? Just kind of disappointing because I feel like you could do the same thing with this with your past beef with Pusha. Take that to the chin and then you make something good. Don't mention any beef. I mean, 2019, you mentioned the beef about someone talking about your son. You don't hiding your son from the world or whatever the bar was said on that album. Or I don't remember the whole lyric. You move on, and I appreciate that you talk about it. But you talking about it simple, not direct. You just take the loss and then you move on. But now it's just kind of sad. Now back to this defamation lawsuit. Drake. This is who said that Drake encouraged the feud. When he felt that Lamar was taking too long to respond, Drake released a second recording in which he goaded Lamar to continue the public rap battle. Lamar did just that, and quite quickly, Drake and Lamar released a total of 9 tracks, taking up each other's. Yes, you Kendrick did a beef, he taking the challenge that I'm the best. And then Drake said something about you, Drake, did something first, mentioning Whitney. And then in Euphoria, Kendrick, don't mention my family. We don't have to go that far. I just want competition. And you, Willis, family matters, and then meet the Grams, and then uh, not like us, and then Hard Part Six, where you just stopping stop all the beef and then stop rapping. Pathetic, by the way. You have this new filing in the federal court in Manhattan states. The music giant, which represents both artists, says Drake is talking out of both sides of his mouth. Drake has been pleased to use UMG's platform. Yes, both of them with UMG. So, especially you're the golden goose. You're the golden child of that group. Drake has been pleased to use UMG platforms on tracks leveling similarly incendiary attacks on Lamar, including most significantly that Lamar engaged in the domestic abuse and that one of Lamar's business partners and managers is the true father of Lamar's son. But now, after losing rap battle, Drake claims that not like us, it's defamatory. It is not. The new paperwork states, yes, you defame Kendrick Lamar by saying that his kid is not his kid. And then Lamar beat his wife. But before that, you talk about using AI as a two-part voice. So talking about young girls. You said that before, Drake. So it's just contradictory to each other. So just make it don't make any sense. Drake's lead lawyer for the legal battle, Mike Gottlieb, says UMG is the one making excuses. Okay, UMG wants to pretend that this is a rap battle in order to distract its shareholders, artists, and the public from the simple truth. A greedy company is finally being held responsible for profiting from dangerous misinformation that has already resulted in multiple acts of violence, Gottlieb said in statement Monday. And UMG response said this motion is desperate. I mean, Gottlieb still said that this motion is desperate ploy by UMG to avoid accountability, but we have every confidence that this case will proceed and continue to uncover UMG's long history of endangering, abusing, and taking advantage of its artists. Now, from that statement, why? Why do you say that? Why are you taking this long? When Drake was the face of Spotify, people asking why are Drake's on every goddamn Spotify list? Drake didn't make any statement. You, especially UMG. I hate UMG. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. I don't react to music, but I know UMG is a bad guys. People have been copyrighted strike. People know that UMG is a goddamn bad guy. But in the end of the day, you was in UMG. You did uncover how, especially, will proceed to continue to uncover UMG's long history. UMG long history. If you know UMG have a long history of endangering, you could just set this back in 2018 or 17 or 15 before Drake signed any contract with UMG. Drake could have been independent and the best artist. But no, you signed with UMG. Gottlieb, Drake signed with UMG. Now, after losing battle, now you say that UMG long history of endangered. It's just to me, it's just too much, not making sense at all. So, just want to send this to Drake. Drake, just drop this. You've been into a lot of rap battle. Rap battle is personal, it's hurtful, it's disgusting. Again, if you know uh, the Philadelphia rapper, forget his name, the bald one, Cassidy. Cassidy saw the battle with someone, and that someone he battles with talk about his son got abused by his friend. Do you think that's personal? That's really freaking personal. And Cassidy just standing there, just looking mad, just got disrespectful. He got really disrespectful. But Cassidy just standing there, looking at everyone. He's asking whether or not whether it's true or not. He's not throwing any punches. He didn't file a lawsuit against him. Rap battle is heavy. You have to take to the chin. You have to even Jay Z take a loss and have his mom to say sorry to Nas. It's just mad and just kind of like now we know the true color of Drake. You are a culture vulture, Drake. You're a cultural vulture all the way. Remember, Lil Wayne said to you, especially to Drake, that be yourself. Now it's just Drake did follow his teachers' order, his teachers' kind of word and wisdom. Now here we are. To be honest, it's just pathetic as an artist. I listened to your album a couple of days ago. Listened to reviews how correctly, morally, creatively bankrupt. How the album it's mixed bag of emotion, and I will talk about it later and in more detail towards that album views. It's Drake's final quality control after releasing one of the best mixtape of all time. If you're reading this, it's too late. Drake, man. Just sad, but let's read more that Drake's lawsuit opened with several paragraph listing incident at his Toronto home. Yup, especially the shooting that happened at least gunman, yep, with bullet hitting Drake. Yes, that happened, which is kind of effed up. For its part, UMG focused its failing on the underlying law, saying artistic expression is safeguarded by the First Amendment. It argues that these strikes are popular and celebrated art, forms centered around outrageous insult, and they would severely chilled if Drake's suit were permitted to proceed. The company says Drake related claim of second-degree harassment and business law violations are similarly misguided. Less than 3 years ago, Drake himself signed a public petition criticizing the trend of prosecutors using artists. Yes, you said this before, especially with Young Thug. When Young Thug got arrested, you said that please don't put a song using rap lyrics. Now you put rap lyrics on this defamation lawsuit. As Drake recognized, when it comes to rap, the final word is product of the artist's vision and imagination. Drake was right then, and is wrong now. Then complaints unjustified claim against UMG are no more than Drake's attempt to save face for his unsuccessful rap battle with Lamar. The court should grant the UMG motion and dismiss the complaints with prejudice. Drake, whose legal name Aubrey Drake Graham, filed his 81-page lawsuit against UMG in January. He claimed UMG unleashed every weapon in its arsenal and campaigned to turn Not Like Us into a viral hit. He claimed the song was intended to convey the specific, unmistakable, and false factual allegation that Drake is a criminal pedophile. Again, Drake, you said this on your diss track. Even though Hard Part 6, you said that the Epstein angle, you know that it's going to happen. UMG is gonna pull that two songs, push-ups or not, tailor made, and then Hard Part 6 on the court. They already won. The two A-list rappers started their high-profile spring 2024, taking slight swipes at one another in fierce strike. Things erupted into a full-blown lyrical war when Drake released Family Matters in May, insulting that Lamar had cheated on his fiancée and was physically violent with her. This part is true because he talked about it, and this one, I don't know if that's true. There's a article that said that happened, but later they interviewed the people who claim apologized to him. Lamar immediately responded with back-to-back drops. First of all, with Euphoria 616, and then Drake dropped a Family Matters, and then the Instagram post Family Matters too. I think there's two tracks, like the official Family Matters on YouTube, and then Family Matters on Instagram. Then Kendrick dropped Metagrams minutes later, 30 minutes later, and not like the like us, they are just hours later, if I remember correctly. And especially if you say that it was bots, I mean, the industry, we know there's bots, so it doesn't matter if I'm being honest. We know the industry is a filthy, filthy, filthy industry. So back to it, with the latest hook that certified lover and certified pedophile becoming an instant and ubiquitous viral sensation. The song became the first best-selling raps recording of 2024 and won Grammy Award, including Song of the Year. Lamar performed the song in 2025 Super Bowl halftime show to a record audience, and it was later parodied on SNL and during joke delivered by Conan O'Brien at the Academy Awards. Again, this happened if Drake just play his card right, but he did. He take that woman card and take a family card and then put it on the table. He could have just rapidly rap, but he didn't. He played the family, take the family jab, and then if you didn't release those tracks, especially Taylor May, if you don't talk about the young girls, especially you don't need to mention the young girls at all. That's not this thing could this will never happen, but it's happened. It already happened. So yeah, this defamation lawsuit by Drake is just a bitch move. Drake, you need to stop. Get the fuck out of here. You don't need to rap anymore. If I'm being honest, because you have been portraying this tough guy for years. You go to these rap battles, feel like you are the part of culture. You sponsored a rap battle, and now after rap battle, you couldn't take a loss. Kendrick lost a rap battle before he was famous. Eminem lost a rap battle before he was famous. You didn't lose anything, right? You was you already a successful actor turned into musician. You got scouted by Lil Wayne. You did amazing things. You dropped a good stuff during 2010 era, and then you kept talking too much stuff on the low, and then little jab there, here and there. Stick this in about stuff about your peers and your quote unquote friends. Then now we're here. So at the end of the day, just stop this. I hope that UMG won because it feels like Drake is just waste everybody's time. He could have moved on. He could have been chilling. Take the loss as a lesson. Remember, a loss doesn't mean you lose everything. A loss is just you got put in the bag by someone. But that loss should be a learning lesson to grow as a person, as a artist. And Drake failed to do that. Basically, how do I believe in him if he didn't believe in himself back in 2019? He believed in himself. He just kept moving forward and put music. Now he's doing these shitty things, and fans still glaze him, act like he won. Just doesn't make any sense, man. Just the poster boy of giving up. Now you're part of John Cena heel storyline or just human being story of I give up. That never give up is done. The never give up storyline is done. Drake breaking up with reality, Drake breaking up with his confidence, Drake breaking up with just his self-esteem to just end. Drake breaking up with a life teaching lesson about losing is important to make you grow. But he just didn't want to take a loose. So yeah, lovely and gentle Grimes, Mister. Some sleepy songs for you, Mister Fat D. Fat D, small dick, Fat D and small dick. I don't know how to call it, but that's it. That's what I think about the whole situation. Kendrick just doing his thing. People still, and then he take it to the chin with every criticism that he had about that whole Cardi situation. But Drake couldn't take things to his chin. He did, but now he didn't anymore. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.